morning, everybody. Good morning. How is it going? Good to see all of you. John Tripp. Hello, John Tripp. Bard with the second. Woo! 8 months. Wow. Hey, that deserves some recognition. 8 months. Thank you so much for your resub for 8 months, and not only resub.
Yeah, I got you.
At a
I got
tier
this on
2.
camera.
Thank you for that, Cosmic Beat. Good to see you. Thank you very much, my Blue Heather, for your continued support of Pieces of Pictures. Oh, I had a hype train. What's going on here? Where's my train thing? I had a train thing that would go down here. It stopped working. There it is. There it is. Choo-choo. Look, I'm telling you, more and more of these duplicate things keep popping up, and I don't know what's going on. Board Game Bar just subscribed with Prime. Thank you. 8 months for you as well. You get 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are great. Excited. It's been a while. Have we ever done a Tuesday stream? It's been a while. Feels kind of weird, but I was too excited about playing this game that I didn't want to wait. So, yeah, I'm really excited about playing this Wildwoods, Storyfold Wildwoods. Super unique. Cosmic Beat for 8 months? Did I miss that one? I missed that one too. Oh, Cosmic Beat for 8 months. Thank you for pointing that out, Bard. Cosmic Beat, you get... There we go. All right, that's the last one. I'm not going to do that for anybody else. Thank you, Cosmic Beat. My Blue Heather, Board Game Bard. You guys are great. How's everybody been? How's life treating you today? Excited to hang out with you all today. It's gonna be a relatively short stream. I'll go to about 2 hours max today. I got a lot to do. Trying to pivot a little bit on my approach to job hunting. It's actually the kind that I don't like, which involves networking, reaching out to people you don't know very well, asking for help, and supposed to just applying to a bunch of jobs, a bunch of applications. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do, but hopefully it'll pay off. All that to say, we're gonna do an abbreviated stream today. This campaign, it says 10+ hour replayable campaign. I don't know if we'll make it through the whole thing over the course. I don't know if we'll do the whole campaign on stream. We'll see. Excuse me. But we'll start it off today, see how it goes. And I'm excited. Really excited. Hey, look up there. Poison Williams here. Feels awkward when you're in it, but networking is such a huge part of it. Hope you can turn a corner soon, Mike. Thank you. I love turning corners. I love turning corners. I love turning corners. Would love to do it someday. Evoking some Michael Scott energy there. You thought I was going to do the whole 12-hour campaign on this stream today. Well, can't. We could talk about, we could say, can envision into a 12-hour campaign. I'll have fun. It'll be a great time. That was weird. 12-hour stream. I could never. I don't think I could ever do a 12-hour stream. That's insane. I'd get so tired. Unless it was for a good cause. Charity. All right, look. Okay, I say I could never. I could do it. I don't think y'all would like me very much by hour 7 or 8. Yeah, cause yeah, I can. I don't know what that. I mean, the thing is, I only have so much brain power. So like by hour C6 or 7, we're gonna be playing like just solitaire with a deck of cards. All right, you'll be here until 10:30 tomorrow. 24 hours. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. What's everybody been up to? Have y'all played any games lately? Again, Poison William, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yo, oh, I got a hype chest? What's this? A frog wow emote. Check this out. That's fun. Haha, little frog. Choo choo indeed. Teddy Styles, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Bart, did you get a different emote? Hey Nishi, good to see you. Woot woot. I heard all the kids at the local children's hospital excited too. Thanks for that. Playing Forgotten Waters, yeah. I'll tell you a secret. Did you know Laura and I play tested that game? We did, we play tested it. Back in 2019. Yeah, back in 2019, the Plaid Hat Games HQ was in Addison, which is just north of Dallas. And that's when I became friends with Jerry Hawthorne. Jerry's a great guy. They have since moved their headquarters and also downsized their team. But it was cool to be a part of that. They had a really cool headquarters. It was awesome. It was when they were still owned by Asmodee at that time. What a weird thing our industry does. Oh, you beat the Masked Stranger in Grounded 2? Wow. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to pause my Grounded 2 playing. We have to, a couple weeks ago, I had to go through all of our expenses and basically eliminate everything that wasn't 100% essential. So one of those was, what's it called? Game Pass. So I have to push pause on anything on Game Pass for a while. I've been playing 20 Strong Tanglewood, a lot of duck and cover with my daughter, and still trying to get Vantage to the table. What is preventing you from getting Vantage to the table? Every time I buy a pizza from Aldi, I'm always like, I can't wait to get this to the table. I got this cool fidget. I've had it for a while, but I recently found it. It was lost. It's this little UFO with the ball bearing in the middle. Just spin it. Doesn't make any noise. Have y'all seen my ice cube? It's one of those Nido. This one's very, very tough. Time is the struggle, mainly. I think I'm intimidated and convinced that I need to carve out a large chunk of time. Oh, you don't need to do that. All right. We'll look forward to your return. Did you see? Like, Vantage is what I do on... Well, I've done this one time. I've played it twice on stream. The second time I played it was just because I didn't know what else to play. And I was just like, oh, I can do this. I believe in you. You could do it. If you could play duck and cover, you could play Vantage. I don't know. I mean, it depends on... I know it can take time, but also, like, I found that you usually will reach that ending very quickly of, like, when it's like, oh, you failed, but if you want to take one more crack at this, here's what to do. If you fail, just end there and not do the second chance kind of thing, which usually happens within an hour. I think if you have an hour, you could do it. My Blue Chaos, love it. Let's see. Now I have that jaunty 1950s duck and cover in my song in my head. I don't know that song. I do love 50s music. I don't know why my Blue Heather assumes I behave poorly. I don't either. How are you doing, the great Nero? Hope you're doing well. It's starting to feel like fall around here. Hornist must be here. Speaking of Hornist and others here, I'm enjoying. I feel like I could win this Flip 7 game that we've got going. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I was upset in the last round because, like, I was going, I had a second chance card, and somebody, I guess it was just between me and Kitty Cat, she must have passed or busted, one or the other, and I didn't get to keep going. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about this Flip 7 game. Oh. You noticed? I'm hoping to crush this round. Stevis just followed. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. Hope you feel welcomed here with everybody that's awesome in this chat. For context, the ones not playing this Flip 7 game, it's now over 3 months old. It is. And there are times where I forget that it's going because somebody takes forever to take their turn. Like recently, I just got a pleasant surprise. I got an email. Oh, it's my turn to play Flip 7. Oh, I forgot that was going. Somebody. I don't know. I take my turn, at least when I get the email that it's my turn. Unless the email's not coming to me. I hope it's not my fault. Is it my fault? Is it me? Please don't tell me that it's me. Is it my fault? Oh no. I'm embarrassed now. Buffering? You mean on the stream? Hello? Seems to be going. Oh, are you talking about My Blue Heather? Is it her? I see someone say buffering. Am I buffering? Someone help me out. Me. It might have been you. Okay. All right, good. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, also, please confirm, is it me that's taking long on my turns, or is it my Blue Heather? I assume by what Nishi says, it's my blue 2-week turn. I want to be held responsible if I'm the one keeping the game up. Okay, see if it says good. Nishi had to refresh. Everybody else, has become a team effort to get that game to. Okay. All right. Flip 7 months. There you go. I like it. So should we all just stop? I don't know. It's pretty. This one's longer than the first one you guys did, right? Okay. Let's do some battle royaling, shall we? We're gonna do a battle royal. I updated my stream deck, but let's see if it works. No, it didn't work. I'll have to restart the computer. So I'm just gonna push this button. Battle. Battle Royal, everybody. This is a time where you can battle your fellow chatters. All you gotta do is type !join.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
There we go. Hey, there's Hornist. H. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Doing my part by scoring next to no points. Okay. Excuse me. If you've never battle royaled with us before, all you gotta do is type !join, and then watch the battle happen. You can use these commands. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But ultimately, it really is a game of chance, of randomness. Because you never know what game or what weapon you're going to spawn with. So let's get this started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. We got a small crowd today, but that's okay. That means the action will be focused. Like H coming in and destroying Nishi right off the bat. Poison William, H, Teddy Styles, and Hornist all left in the game, all going opposite directions. Watch out for that pit. Oh, he's going back. Oh, there's Great Neo joining. Oh no, Hornist! You're out. Poison William is the destroyer. What was that? I just saw an explosion. And my music stopped. Oh, there it goes. Poison William looks to be the winner of the game. I think when you have to do taunt, I think you have to type something with it. Like taunt, you lose or something. I don't know. Poison William is the sole survivor. That is a perfect blurb for that. Hornist. Let's go again. Let's do one more. And then we'll get started in Storyfold Wildwoods. I'm gonna join this time. I'm going to win. Poison William is target. You got target on your back because you won. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, Hornist is attacking me. What's it gonna be? You're done. You're done. Oh no, H just got defeated by Nishi. Tell you Styles, Nishi. Not okay. I guess taunt doesn't work. Oh, but you're also dead. Taunt doesn't. You can't taunt when you're dead. Nishi, it's up to you to defeat. Oh, John Tripp, you too. It's up to y'all to defeat Poison William. He's stuck in a pit. Go get him. Orin, you better go get Poison William. You're hiding in a pit. Up. Oh, no! Poison William, first place again. Although, technically, you tied with John Tripp. That was fun. All right, everybody. Choo-choo, indeed. You tried. You tried. Thanks so much for trying. Good game anyway. That's right. Rigged? Probably. It's probably rigged. Let me pull up some beats. This is called Misty Mornings. Poison jumped into a foxhole undetected. All right. Have y'all ever heard of this Storyfold Wildwoods game before? I hadn't heard of it until OpenOwl reached out to me about it. New to you? Yeah. Seems pretty unique. I haven't I've only taken the shrink off. I haven't unpackaged anything yet. But we're gonna do that together now. Is it new? I literally just heard it over the weekend and then saw your stream notes. They had a Kickstarter for it. I don't know how long ago, and it's just now delivering to everybody. So yes, it is brand new. Brand new. So we're gonna check it out. For those that might be afraid of, because this is a solo campaign game. So for those that might be afraid of spoilers or being like, oh, I want to play that myself, so I don't want to watch. It is a replayable campaign. Everything is resettable. I'm assuming you can make different choices. You got yard work stuff today? Boo. That's the worst kind of day. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Hornist. It was good seeing you. Sorry you didn't win anything today. But yeah. It is a captivating tale of hope and darkness. We explore the forest, do strategic card play, and this is the most exciting part. I haven't even looked at the rule book because you learn to play without a rule book. How great is that? I love that. I love tutorials that I don't have to sit down and do the overhead of learning the game. All right, so let's do this. Oh, gotta get my makeup out of the way. Okay, Storyfold Wildwoods. We're gonna start with the unboxing. Let's see. All right, first of all, we have this. Fear is a guide, but so is love. The raven replied softly, folding its wings. Who needed to hear that? Love is a guide. Let's choose love, not fear. How about that? We got a rules reference. To learn how to play, we open up the storybook. This rules reference is a helpful tool once you have learned how to play the game. So we don't need this. Born to be Wildwoods. That's right, Nishi. All right, here is our book we're going to play in. I guess I'll go ahead and pop these out really quick. Our pieces. Our pieces and pixels. All kinds of tokens. Oh, right, so we got some crystals right here. These are location markers. Pop, pop, pop. Put those here. We've got some sun tokens. We've got a shadow marker, a spirit marker, and a light marker. Oh, we got a tray. We should not open this. So y'all see what else is in here. This says, do not open. Wait until you complete the game once to add these cards to the game. So we're not going to open these. We have some dice. And guess what? I got a dice tray to roll them in. There we go. I'll set that aside. And we've got these different cards. I'm not gonna open all of them. I'm gonna pull out the prologue because I'm gonna assume that's what we're starting with. This is probably storage for when we're putting the game away. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up and set it aside. All right. Let's get started. Many moons ago. That graininess really shows up on this black background. Many moons ago, in a world of light and shadow, there was a girl named Luma. Call of the Wild. All right, this is our prologue. We're going to read this to get an idea of what's going on in the story. All right, here we go. Luma stood at the edge of the river, enjoying the crisp morning. The gentle sounds of flowing water calmed her as the sun's early rays warmed her face, and a light breeze caressed her hair like a playful hand. She savored the moment and sighed. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind sent a flurry of leaves past Luma. She watched as the swirling petals settled atop the water, forming a trail from her feet to the forest beyond the far bank. The leaves glowed with a soft luminescent light, beckoning her to approach. Heart-pounding, Luma knelt, hesitated, then scooped a single leaf into her palm. A flash of light burst from her wrist. Luma's eyes widened as the world seemed to shift around her, and a vision arose from the depths of her mind. She saw a young woman and an infant giggling amongst the tall grass of a forest glen. Nearby, a large, majestic deer grazed peacefully until suddenly it raised its head sharply as if startled by some unseen danger. Then, as quickly as the vision appeared, it dispersed into shadow, leaving only an echo of distant howls. Gasping, Luma found herself back at the river, where a low, rumbling growl drew her attention to the powerful bear at her side. It nuzzled Luma's hand with gentle affection. "It was her again, Brahm," she whispered as her fingers stroked the aging bear's silvery white fur. The visions had begun several moons ago, each time leaving her more unsettled. Something seemed familiar about the visions, but she could not place her fingers on what. For as long as Luma could remember, she had lived at the river's edge, caring for the creatures who came to drink its cool, clear water. In all that time, Brahm had been at her side, caring for her as she cared for the river. Any memories from a time before the river remained distant, impenetrable, much like the dark forest beyond. But now, something stirred in the shadows, like a festering wound spreading deep within the forest. Critters fled the woods in panic. The river had turned foul, and flowers in full bloom wilted overnight. More worrisome, Eek, their playful squirrel friend, had not returned from his latest trip into the forest. Oh no. Luma looked to Brahm, who stared back in expectation. She could not wait any longer. The creatures are suffering, Luma thought, but she had never dared to cross the river before. All right, so we've got something bad going on in the forest. We missed our friend, the squirrel, Eek. So it seems like it's up to us to figure out what's going on and hopefully fix it. All right. It says, welcome to Storyfold Wildwoods. When you're ready, find the deck of cards that says Prologue on the front and read Prologue card 1 to begin your journey. All right, let's open these. I always have a hard time finding the place to start. Where's the tab? There it is. I think. There, got it. All right, prologue. And read prologue card 1. Return this card to the game box when returning. I guess I read the deck. Oh, return this card to the game box when returning cards from the prologue to the game box. Place them with this card. Okay. It would be a pretty boring game if the response was, "I'm going to go to the tavern. You should find someone else to investigate." Unless the game is going to the tavern. Resetting the deck. To reset this deck, use the card numbers found in the lower right corner of each card. All cards that start with P belong to this deck. Okay. Do not shuffle. Unless instructed otherwise, return these cards to the game box after reading and resolving the instructions on each side. All right. Welcome to Storyfold Wildwoods. In Wildwoods, you play as a young girl, Luma, and her bear companion, Brahm, who set out to heal the forest from a dark and mysterious shadow. The story of Wildwoods is experienced across 5 chapters. Each time you play, you will progress through scenes until you finish the chapter. The introductory chapter is the prologue, and it consists of 2 scenes, crossing the river and into the dark. The left and right panels of the storybook are known as your dashboard, and the pages you flip through form the scenes. Together, these will include all of the information you need to play Wildwoods. Turn the storybook page to Scene 1, Crossing the River. The top page of each scene includes the story text, instructions for setup, shadow effects, and the Luma Prevails and Shadow Prevails outcomes. First, read the story text for Crossing the River, then follow the setup instructions for the scene. All right. Despite her apprehension, Luma followed Brahm as he lumbered toward the path of glowing leaves at the river's edge. With the vision still fresh in her mind, Luma couldn't help but think about the deer. It seemed so frightened. Fear began to well up from somewhere deep inside Luma. Pressing against her heart, she reached for Brahm, grasping his fur tightly as together they stepped into the water. Hey, Legends, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. This morning, good to see you. One second. Thanks so much for being here. We're just getting started in Storyfold Wildwoods. All right. All the cards needed for this prologue chapter are included in the prologue deck. Be sure not to shuffle it and follow the instructions on the cards closely to learn how to play. Each chapter will include its own deck of cards to be placed in the chapter space. Place the prologue deck in the chapter space on the left dashboard. Done. Draw prologue card 3. Okay. Throughout the prologue, you will be instructed to take certain cards from this deck and place them on or around the storybook as indicated. Take the next card, the Luma card, and place it in the Luma space on the left dashboard, so that the Luma and Braum side is face up. Take the Braum card, which would be this one, place it below the Braum space. Oh, we need to move this up. Right here. So that the protect side is face up, okay? Next, take the 4 action cards, Explore, Light, Help, and Heal, and place them face up below the storybook in order shown below. Okay? Explore, Light, Help, Heal. Done. I'm good at following instructions. Okay. Is this game a solo only game? It is. It is only solo. The 4 numbered spaces, 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus, and the 3 blank spaces, minus, 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 along the bottom of the storybook form the river. All right, so this is our river. The start of the river begins at the 3 plus space, and the end of the river is the last card immediately to the right of the last card in the river. Oh, wait. This is the last space. No, this is the end of the river. As you play, cards will move and slide frequently within the river. We're going to read prologue card 4. Take the shadow card and place it in the shadow space on the left dashboard, so that the lost side is face down, okay? Take the 2 explore cards, berries, and mud, and place them face down in the explore space on the right dashboard in any order. Explore. Okay. Take the 2 creature cards and place them face down on the creature space. Easy enough. With the cry card on top, okay? Take the crystal tokens, these, and place them in the corresponding space. Okay, we got places for all of our tokens. Excellent. I'm not going to put all those there. We're just going to put most of them. Okay. Then we put our location markers here. Our sun tokens. There. Read prologue card 5. Take the 5 8-sided dice and place them next to the used dice space on the right dashboard. All right. There's one. Y'all can't see them, but they're there. The 10-sided and 12-sided dice remain in the game box. In later chapters, you can earn these dice by helping the critters in the forest. All right, so we don't need those. For the prologue, we are starting with the reduced spirit. Take the spirit marker and place it on the spirit track. In the 4th space from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, take the light and shadow markers and place them in their starting spaces on the Wildwoods trek. Done. Next card. We are now ready to begin playing. Yay! As Luma, you will play through scenes by exploring unique locations, healing corrupted creatures, helping various critters, and attempting to bring light back to the forest. Depending on the choices you make as you play, your journey through the Wildwoods will be made easier as you help restore the light, or more difficult as the shadows close in. The top page of each scene describes the two ways in which a scene ends. Either Luma prevails or the shadow prevails. For this scene, Luma prevails once you have resolved the onward location. Let's get started! Each turn consists of two phases, the Luma phase and the Shadow phase. During Luma phase, you control Luma's actions. Makes sense? Each Luma phase begins by retrieving all dice from the used dice space and placing them in front of you. These are your available dice. The Luma phase continues by performing actions until you have used all of your available dice. The actions you can perform are represented by your 4 action cards. Explore, Light, Help, and Heal. Each action card has 2 abilities, a top ability and a bottom ability. We're going to focus on learning how to use the top abilities for now. To perform an action, you will first choose an action card and pull it toward you. Next, you will select either the top or bottom ability on the card and target of your number. Finally, you will roll any number of your available dice and attempt to gain successes. Let's see how this works. For your first action, let's choose the Explore action. Exploring the Wildwoods allows us to resolve explore locations found in the scene. All right, we're gonna flip. Oh no, we're gonna use our Explore action. Scenes contain both explore locations and help locations, distinguished by color and symbol. Some locations are connected by a line, requiring you to resolve them in order from left to right, okay? Using the top ability of the Explore action card, we will attempt to resolve the Explore location cross. So notice we have Explore, card is purple, cross is purple. So this is an Explore action. The Explore location cross requires 2 successes to resolve, represented by the number of colored dots. 1, 2. Since we need at least 2 successes to resolve the cross location, let's choose 3 of your available dice to roll and attempt to get 2 or more successes. So this is because your Explore action card is currently in the 3+ space on the river, each die you roll needs a result of 3 or higher to count as 1 success. So this is what our success value is for the action that you're using. Throughout the prologue only, if you do not roll enough successes, you may roll again until you do. We'll explain later what normally happens if you fail to roll enough successes. All right, so let's do this. We're going to use our dice tray. We're going to choose, we have 5 dice, but we're going to choose to roll 3 just to be extra safe because we need 2 successes. We need 3 or higher. We did not get that, so we're going to re-roll these because the rules told me to. There we go. We got 3 successes. We only needed 2. We are good. Hooray! You've rolled enough success to resolve the cross location. Place a location marker on the cross location to indicate that it has been resolved. Locations with the location marker cannot be resolved again. When a location is resolved, immediately read and follow the location's text. The cross location instructs us to draw story card 1. All right, Poison William, enjoy your meetings. I hope they are fun, as fun as you are. We'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye. Take story card 1 from the prologue deck and flip it over to reveal the card. As you play, story cards will tell you the story of Luma and her journey through the Wildwoods. Many cards also include an on-play effect that must be resolved immediately after you have drawn the card. All right, we're going to read this. All right. So we've explored this cross location. A cold splash. Brahm entered the chilly water without hesitation. For Luma, the bracing cold was a stark reminder that the warmth and safety of home would soon be left behind. Brahm paused to glance at Luma. Then, with an encouraging snort, he pushed forward. Whatever awaited them on the other side, they would face it together. On play, draw 1 creature card, then read prologue card 11. All right, I'm going to pause there. Hey, 2 Sheds! Look who it is. Good to see you, 2 Sheds. Hope you are doing well. Thanks so much. We're so glad. I can't do that. So glad that you made it to the stream today. So good to see you. Also, I owe you a response in Discord. So I promise I'll respond. I should be able to get to that today. But thanks so much for being here. We're playing through and we're learning right now Storyfold through the little tutorial that they made, the prologue. And it's very interesting so far. So we're gonna get back to it. But again, glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. All right. On play, draw a creature card, then read prologue card 12. Or prologue card 11. Okay. All right, we've got the cry. Ah! The on-play effect of story card 1 instructs you to draw a creature card. Take the top creature card from the creature deck and flip it over to reveal the creature. A corrupted cry. Cry! Many creatures of the Wildwoods are under the influence of the shadow. These creatures will take away your spirit and disrupt your plans. When a creature card is drawn, immediately play it by resolving the on-play effect found on the creature card. The on-play effect for the cry tells us to place the card face up at the end of the river. Okay. Oh, so that's right here. Read prologue card 12. To finish the action, first return all dice you rolled for this action to the used dice space, okay? Then take the action card you used, the Explore card. Oh, that's a story. And move it to the end of the river. Then, finally, slide all the cards in the river to the left so there are no empty spaces between cards. Okay, that's a cool system. Your river should look like this. Okay, that's what my river looks like. Put up this card. We still have 2 available dice, so you can perform another action. Hooray! This time, let's choose the Help action card and attempt to resolve the Untangle Help location, which requires only 1 success. Help locations allow you to ask the critters of the Wildwoods for help, even help them in return. Some locations like Untangle are not required for Luma to prevail, but provide additional rewards if resolved. Okay. Begin by putting the Help card toward me. So I'm just going to put it right here, just so everybody can see it. And I think this can just go away. Oh, these cards are slipping. Your help card currently in the 4 plus space, which means each die you roll needs to be 4 or higher to count as one success. Hey, we got some new friends joining us. Let's say hi to Blue Eye Demon. Good to see you. Good evening. Good evening to you. Glad you're here. Thanks so much for joining. And Cafe is here. Hey, Cafe. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you were here whenever I was showing this off last time, but the Great Nero made this dice tray for me. Handmade, custom made, all by the Great Nero. It's a great dice tray. So thanks again, Great Nero. And again, glad you're here, Blue Eyed Demon and Cafe. Thanks so much for being here. Okay. Roll both your remaining dice. So remember to do this, I actually need this. To be successful in this location, I need 1 success. And because the action I'm doing is in the 4 plus section, the dice need to be 4 or more. Let's see. Got a 7 and a 4. 2 successes. Let's go. Okay. You did it. Place a location marker. All right, because we did the untangle location. I can no longer do that again. The effect instructs us to gain 2 crystals, which I gain. Crystals contain the gratitude of creatures and critters and can be used to add additional successes to your rolls. Speaking of rolls, hello, Rolo. Evening, good to see you. When gaining crystals, take them from the crystal space and place each of them on top of any of your 4 action cards. For now, let's choose to place both crystals on the light action card. Okay, that's great. We'll put them here. Until spent, crystals stay and move with their action card on the river. Oh, Rolo, let's go. Let's cheer Rolo. Thanks so much for the sub. Much appreciated. 8 months, time does fly, doesn't it? Goodness me. I don't know, Cafe. I don't know if the talented Nero takes orders. Might be worth asking. Great Nero, do you take orders? I'm sure that's something that you guys could, that y'all could coordinate in the Discord. Maybe Nero's not here right now. All right. So this says that these are going to add successes to my rolls. So that's great. So in reality, when it comes to, oh no, we'll wait till we get there. Read prologue card 14. Let's finish the action by once again returning all rolled dice to the used dice space. Then take your chosen action card, help. That was this one. Put it at the end of the river, and then everything slides. This process is called cleaning the river. Cafe, they call me Squids, aka the Great Nero, says they will happily make a dice tray for someone. I even have a few complete if you want one already. So Cafe, you're in Discord, aren't you? I'll let y'all work that out if that's something you guys want to do. Anybody else? If you wanna, I mean, I'm not gonna say that Great Nero is open to thousands work requests. Hey, Two Sheds, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Much appreciated. Very muchly, greatly appreciated. Okay. Now that you've used all your available dice, it's time to begin the shadow phase. Ooh. During the shadow phase, the corrupted creatures of the Wildwoods attempt to drain you of your spirit and disrupt your plans. Watch out! Read prologue card 15. All right, we're in the shadow phase. The shadow phase begins by activating each creature in the river once, starting from left to right. Currently, this is such a great tutorial. Currently, there is one creature in your river, the Cry. When the creature is activated, it attacks. You will lose spirit equal to the amount shown on the creature's card. So here's the Cry right here. You will lose, the Cry causes you to lose 1 spirit. I don't know if y'all can see that, it's got a 1. And this is our spirit. Move your spirit marker 1 space to the right on the spirit track. Flip this card. If you are ever instructed to lose more spirit than you have remaining, you are overwhelmed by the shadow. When this happens, you must continue losing spirit from the start of the spirit track. So see this little arrow? It goes... and then draw a shadow card. Shadow cards represent Luma's inner turmoil. If you're ever forced to draw a final shadow card, shadow prevails. All right, read prologue card 16. Finally, resolve the after activation effect on the Cry card, which instructs us to move the Cry 1 space toward the start of the river. When a card enters the river and moves into a space that already contains a card, it forces that card to move 1 space to the right. AB80 is here. Thank you so much for the sub, AB80. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. And for the sub. Much appreciated. Oh, no worries. Hey, I know how life goes, so we're just glad that you made it. Really glad. Blue Eyed Demon says, is this campaign game or... It is a campaign game. It says that it's a 10+ hour campaign. I'm not gonna be here for 10 hours today, but you can play it. It's got like a saving mechanism, which we'll see how that works. And it's resettable, so you can play it again and again. Now I want a sub sandwich. Yes, that sounds good. It must be subby renewal day. It must be. Hey, it's a great day. All right. When a card enters the river, it moves into a space that already contains a card, in this example, heal. It forces that card to move 1 space to the right. But where does light go? Oh, to the right. So these switch places. Okay. I see. Okay. After each creature has activated, the shadow phase continues. Advance the shadow marker 1 space toward the center of the Wildwoods track. Boom. Some spaces on the track have unique icons that trigger various shadow effects, which are described in the scene setup. After advancing the shadow marker, look above its space for any shadow effect icons. We got one right here. For this shadow effect, you are instructed to draw 1 creature card. That's right here. Shadow effects, draw 1 creature card. All right. Draw the remaining creature card and resolve its on-play effect by placing it in the 6+ space on the river, which moves explore and help cards 1 space to the right. All right. So we've got a Wildvark. It's this guy. Is now in the river. That's dangerous. Read prologue card 17. I assume that you don't have to play through the prologue, though, every time you play. Hey, look who it is. Hi, first-time viewer. Is this channel always solo gaming, or does a wonderful, charming, beautiful wife sometimes play too? Yeah? Hey, Geeks. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good life. I would love for the wonderful, charming, beautiful wife to play more frequently. But she has a job, and I do not. So there we are. All right, back to the game. Okay. After advancing the shadow marker and resolving any shadow effects, the shadow phase ends. It's time to begin another Luma phase. Start the Luma phase by retrieving all dice from the used dice space. Done. For your first action, let's choose the light action card and attempt to light a creature. Okay. Lighting a creature is a helpful way to prevent it from attacking you, stunning it momentarily with a flash of brilliant light. To light a creature, first pull the light card. All right, we're going to do this. And choose the creature you want to light. We're going to choose to light the Wildvark because it will cause you to lose more spirit than the cry when it activates. It caused me to lose 3 spirit. It's bad. After choosing which creatures of the 2 light, count how many yellow dots are on the bottom left of the creature card. This is the number of successes you need in order to light the creature. So the Wildvark only needs 1 success because there's 1 yellow dot there. The light card is currently in the 3+ space, and we need 1 success to light the Wildvark. Choose to roll 2 dice and get at least 1 success. All right, so we just need to roll a 3 or more. We got it. We got a 4 and an 8. Success! When you light a creature, first move it to the end of the river. And place a stun token on the card. I wonder if they mean a sun token. Oh, it is a stun token. It's not a sun. It's a stun token. Okay. I'll put that there. Now when this creature activates, you won't lose spirit. Hooray! Don't forget to finish your action and clean up the river. Return rolled dice. All right. Move the light action card to the end of the river and close the gap. Remember, until crystals are spent, they stay on their action cards whenever the cards move in the river. Okay. Oh, next card. We still have 3 available dice, so let's attempt to heal a creature from the shadow by choosing the heal card. To heal a creature, you must gain successes equal to the number of red dots on the creature card. So notice here on the cry, there is 1 red dot. The heal card is currently in the 4+ space of the river, and you need 1 success to heal the cry. Roll your 3 remaining dice and get at least 1 success. All right. We need a 4 or more to succeed. We got an 8, we got a 7, we're good. All right, spent dice. Go over here to the used dice place. When you successfully heal a creature, first remove the creature from the river and place it face up on the creature discard space. Then gain a number of crystals found on the bottom right of the creature card. So that's 1 crystal. And I can put them anywhere. Let's choose to also place it on the light card. Okay, the light card has 3 crystals. Each card can contain a maximum of 3 crystals. All right, let's clean up the river. Prologue card 20. It is now the shadow phase. The only creature to activate is the Wildvark. Because the Wildvark has a stun token on it, instead of losing spirit, we simply remove the stun token. Then follow the after activation card, or effect. End of river. Finally clean up the river. Oh yeah, it goes down here, and this moves down. Oh wait. The healed. This should have been back. Oops. Okay, this should have been back here. There, I forgot to move the card. Okay, so this is here. Now everything moves. Advance the shadow marker one space toward the center. The stun token instead of losing spirit. Okay, that would be this. We still move the shadow marker though. Because that has nothing to do with the creature. There are no shadow effects this time. All right. It's now the start of another Luma phase. Retrieve all of your used dice from the used dice space. Each action also has a bottom ability you can choose to perform. For example, the heal card's bottom ability allows you to gain 1 spirit for each success, which moves your spirit marker to the left. Thus this. For now, let's choose the Explore card. Its bottom ability says, for each success, draw 1 Explore card. Choose 1 and keep and discard the others. Oh, choose 1 to keep and discard the others. Follow the same steps as before. Pull the card towards you. Choose a number of dice to roll and count successes. Roll 2 dice and get 2 successes. All right, the Explorer is in 3+. We only need 3 or more. Oh wait, for each success, okay. We got 4 and 6, that's 2 successes. For each success, draw 1 Explore card, choose 1 to keep and discard the other. So I can draw an Explore card and keep 1. Twice. After the After the prologue, whenever you attempt the top ability of an action card and fail to gain enough successes by rolling dice and spinning crystals, you may always choose to perform the bottom ability instead by using the successes that you rolled. Oh, that's nice. If you failed to get any successes, the attempt fails completely. Instead of resolving effect, you would move that action card to the end of the river and clean up the river. Because you attempted the bottom ability of the Explore action card and gained 2 successes, draw 2 Explore cards. 1, 2. There are 2 types of Explore cards, Boons and Banes. There are 2 types of Explore cards, Boons and Banes. Boons can be used to aid you, while Banes will hinder you. Let's choose to keep the Berries Boon card. First, place it in your Boon area on the left dashboard. Then discard the Mud card by placing it face up and the Explore discard. For each. Okay, see. Over the course of Luma's journey, you will add additional Boon and Bane cards to your Explore deck. Some of these cards represent companions, while others represent trauma. You like that, Teddy? Now let's look at the final location. Some locations, such as Onward, have a Wildwoods icon on them. That's this icon up here. In order to attempt these locations... Oh, I should probably finish this action. Yep, okay, this goes down here. Okay, in order to attempt these locations, the light marker must be on the center space of the Wildwoods track. Whoa. To do this, let's perform the bottom ability of the light card. For each success we gain, we will advance to the light marker 1 space toward the center of the Wildwoods track. Okay. Because the light marker needs to move 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, to reach the center of the Wildwoods trek, and you only have 3 available dice remaining, now would be a good time to spend some crystals. Crystals on the action card can be spent to add 1 success per crystal, but only if you first roll at least 1 success. Roll all of your remaining dice. And get at least 1 success. We've got light. We need a 4 or more. We've got a success. Then spend your crystals until you have enough successes to move the light marker to the center of the trek. All right, we've got a 5 and a 4. So that's 1, 2. And then I spend 2 light, or 2 crystals, boom, boom, to get to the center. In this example, we advance the light marker to the center space in a single action. However, you do not need to do this and can instead advance the light marker over multiple actions. Now that the light marker has reached the center space of the Wildwoods track, the only thing left for Luma to prevail is to resolve the onward location. Unfortunately, you have used all your available dice, meaning another shadow phase begins. All right, where'd it go? Begin the shadow phase by activating the Wildwark. It attacks, causing you to lose 3 spirit. Ouch. 1, 2. Oh, this goes back here. 3. You are out of spirit. When you run out of spirit, continue losing spirit from the start of the spirit track, then draw a shadow card. Drawing the final shadow card always ends the chapter. Thankfully, the ability on the Luma and Brahm card can prevent us from drawing the final shadow card. Read the ability on Luma and Brahm and follow the instructions. Instead of drawing the final shadow card, place Brahm on top of the shadow discard pile with the protect side face up, then flip this card. Luma summoned her courage and confronted the shadows alone. During the Luma phase, you may spend crystals from any action card to reroll 1 die. Brahms is delicious. Joey, good to see you. That sounds really good right now. Okay. With Brahm holding off the shadow, we still need to follow the... What does this say? Let me make sure I understand what just happened. Luma and Brahm card and follow the instructions. Okay. With Brahm holding off the shadow, we still need to follow the after activation effect on the Wildwark and clean up the river. So he goes to the end of the river. Finally, advance the shadow marker 1 space toward the center. If the shadow marker ever reaches the center space, even if the light marker is already there, the shadow prevails. It's only 1 space away. You can do it. Begin the Luma phase by retrieving your dice and choosing the Explore card, which is at a 5. Ooh. To attempt the final Explore location, onward. Explore card is currently in 5 spaces. It will be difficult. Roll all 5 of your available dice because we only need 1 success because of this dot. So I need a 5 or more on at least 1 die. We got it. We got multiple. Place location marker on the onward location. Then draw and read story card 2. Don't forget to clean up the river. All right, that was Explore. First, read the section titled Luma Prevails at the top of the storybook. If you resolve the onward location, travel to scene 2 into the dark. Congratulations, you've completed the scene and Luma has prevailed. You are now instructed to travel travel to scene 2 into the dark. To travel, we will follow the travel steps listed on the top of the right dashboard. So that's over here. Read prologue card 26. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm supposed to read this. Draw story card 2. I didn't read this. Was this a taste of things to come? What had afflicted these creatures and caused them to act so unnaturally? Is this what frightened the deer? Luma pondered the encounter. Perhaps she and Brahm could heal the forest. It was not far away now. Luma prevails. All right, we did all that. Now we're going to draw this. Prologue card 26. First, discard all creatures from the river and place them face up on the creature discard pile. So that's what this is. Next, clean up the river. Our music stopped. Then remove the light, shadow, and location markers from the scene. Finally, turn the page to scene 2 into the dark and continue the story. Okay. Let's read the story. And then we'll see what happens next. Luma sat on the bank of the river and rested her head against Brahm's reassuring leg. She smiled at the Wildvark happily dug up some thick roots from the sodden soil. Her light had cleansed the crimson shadows from the creature, but the act had drained her spirit. Every time she used the light, Luma drew closer to the brink, and she worried she might lose herself to the shadow. It made her feel frightened and abandoned, just like when the Nightmare came to visit her in the dead of night. In her heart, Luma understood that if the shadows continued to spread, it wouldn't just be the forest that suffered. Everything she loved would be in danger. The creature she cared for, her home at the river's edge, even Brahm. The old bear heaved his body forward with a deflated sigh and nudged Luma gently. As his warmth reached her, Luma's dark thoughts began to subside, and a sense of calm returned to her heart. I am ready, Brahm, Luma said, meeting his eyes. The bear peered at the blooming forest and then back at Luma. He nodded, as he always did when she shared her visions and fears with him. With Brahm by her side and a newfound light growing inside her, Luma gathered her courage and marched toward the unknown. Something, or someone, called her to heal the forest. She must be ready to face whatever shadows waited. But with each step, the weight of responsibility grew heavier, and her nerves started to get the better of her again. Luma held on to Brahm tighter and tighter with each passing step as her old doubts returned. If I fail, everything will be lost. Congratulations on completing the prologue. Take the rules reference for the game box and place it nearby. It is a helpful guide to remind you of the rules you just learned in the prologue. Set aside the Luma card, Brahm card, and 4 action cards. These will continue with you from now on. Return all other cards to the game box. Chapter 1 will provide you with a new deck of cards during chapter setup. Okay. We're going to set aside the Luma card, Brahm card, and 4 action cards. Return all other cards to the game box. All right, because that's the prologue. Turn the page to Chapter 1, Howls in the Wind, to set up the first chapter. All right. Oh, man. This is interesting. There's Brahm. I like this system. Let's see. I'm gonna take a drink of water. So we finished the prologue, hooray. We're now technically on chapter 1. I wonder, I'm gonna look at the rules reference. Because I want to play through the prologue every time, you know? Cards. Saving a story and continuing from save. Concepts. Doesn't say specifically, but I'm going to assume that's what we can do. Good reference. So let's look at how we save. Okay. Oh, there's a place for all of that in the box. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I hesitate to start a new chapter because I know I'm not going to be able to finish it today. Sorry, I'm just looking at this really quick. All right, yeah. I'm not going to get into this chapter yet. We'll save the chapter 1. We'll get into this the next time we stream. Now that we know how to play, we can get into it and just start going at it. But I'm excited to continue playing this. I like the story. I like the game system. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it more. So that is Wildwoods, or Storyfold Wildwoods, everybody. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of this system so far that you've seen? Does it look interesting? Does it look tedious? Does it look boring? You can't tell yet. What are y'all thinking? I'm gonna put these. Looks very interesting. Okay, I'm looking forward to playing it some more. Protect. Care. Help. I like the bear, Braum. Oh, what's everybody got planned? Any plans for the week? I don't know if there'll be another stream. If there's another stream this week, it'll be Friday. And if there'll be another stream, we'll play more of this while it's still fresh on my mind. I see that Reclaim Joey, if you're still here, we'll be streaming back to streaming tomorrow. That's fun. My plans are work, and more work. I don't like those plans. Boo those plans. Maybe more Tainted Grail tonight. If not, I shall try to learn and play Galactic Cruise. Oh, have fun with that. I've heard that Galactic Cruise is pretty heavy. I think a lot of people were surprised by how heavy it was. You had a day off yesterday. Well, happy birthday to your grand 90 years. That's not easy. Glad you got to celebrate though. You're going to do a quick game of Twilight Imperium? Okay. My immediate plans are making a big soft pretzel from Aldi. I saw those. Those look pretty good. 11 pounds or so. That's pretty heavy for a game. I got tracking yesterday for Song of Silveranth, the Red Raven game that I'll be doing a preview for as well as playing on the stream. So by the time it gets here and I learn it, it'll probably be next week before we show it on the stream. I promised to make sure I knew how to play before I streamed it. So I need a little bit of time. I'm excited for it too. Oh man, what a great game. We played through Zombie Kids Evolution. That was one of the games we played through as a family when the lockdown for the pandemic first happened, and we had so much fun with that game. It was a blast. We would play like 3 or 4 games in a row. Let's see. 2005, Jane was 4. We played that. She had when you play that game and you fight the zombies, like you don't kill the zombies, you don't destroy them, you defeat them. And Jane had her little character. Let's say that this was a character, and she would come along to the zombie on the same space. She'd go defeat, defeat, defeat. It was so cute. Really enjoyed the sequel, Zombie Teens, as well. Yeah. Didn't care for the flashback one. I didn't really care for that one. They have like a racing game in that line that looks pretty fun. I didn't get to play it, but it looks fun. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me today. Yeah, Zombie Teens is great. It just takes basically the same concepts and builds on them. Of course, you can play it without having played Zombie Kids. Add some really cool new concepts that are pretty cool. I don't remember. You know, when you play both of them and you try to remember what they are like, some of the elements kind of run together. So I can't remember what had what, but and I don't want to spoil anything either. But what Zombie Kids does that was enjoyable, Zombie Teens takes and makes it even more enjoyable. So there's a way to combine them, really? Interesting. All right, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. Again, I've got some important matters to attend to. But thanks again so much for hanging out today. Thank you for your subs. Oh, Haplo, come on. You missed it. I'm going to try to be back on Friday if everything goes well this week. But yeah. Sorry you missed it. Again, it was a short stream, but you want me to start over? And thank you for your sub. Thank you for subbing with Prime, Haplo. Thank you very much. Anyway, you guys are all awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. And hopefully I'll see you Friday. Fingers crossed. Y'all have a great week. Have an awesome week. We'll see you next time.
You're watching Pieces and Pixels. Follow now and subscribe to join in the fun.